Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about something very interesting. I'm going to be talking about the pen tool. And if you clicked on this video, it probably means you know how important the pen tool is as a graphic designer. So I'm going to be covering like the basics of the pen tool and how you can master it. I'm also going to be showing you a particular website that you can use to improve, your skill with the pen tool. Okay, you can use it to practice. But before getting started, I'd like you to smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, drop a comment, share this video to a friend needs to master the pen tool, and subscribe. Alright, so without talking too much, let's just get right into the video. Alright, so before we get started, I'd just like to first of all describe what the pen tool is. So the pen tool is simply a tool that allows us to create points, and it connect those points with a line. Okay, so that's the most basic definition of a pen tool. It just allows us create points and then we connect those points with lines. Alright, so if you look at your tools panel, you're going to find the pen tool. Alright, so the definition written there is it makes and changes parts or shapes with anchor points and handles. Alright, so it's very similar to what I said. It makes and changes parts or shapes with anchor points and handles. So it's very simple. Now the shortcut for the pen tool is P. Okay, so instead of going all the way to click on it, you can just press P on your keyboard and we have our pen tool. Alright, so one thing I want you to take note of is that anytime you use the pen tool, okay, you're going to create a vector. Alright, anytime you use the pen tool, what you're going to end up creating is a vector. Alright, so take note of that. Now when we use the pen tool, we can create two types of lines. So first of all, let's start with straight line. To create a straight line, you're going to left click, right, and then you're going to left click again, and as simple as that, we created a line. So just if you click again, another line will be created. So when you continue clicking, you find out that you're already making a shape. Okay, so this is how the pen tool works basically. And if you go back to where you started from, you're going to see like a circle that is going to appear. Alright, and then if you left click again, your shape is complete. Alright, but you might be wondering, why is there no fill? Okay, it's just a line. Why is there no fill? So there's no fill because if you come here to the top, let me select my pen tool. If you come to the top to the control menu, I can't really remember if this is called the control menu, but the menu under the this menu here, so you can see where my cursor is. Alright, if you come here, you'll see here is written parts. If you click on it, you're going to see shape and parts. You're going to see pixels, but the pixels is blurred out. Why is it blurred out? Because when you use the pen tool, you're going to create a vector, and a vector is not made up of pixels. Okay, rasters are made up of pixels. Rasterized images are made up of pixels. But vectors, they are not made up of pixels. They are based on a mathematical formula, so they don't have pixels. So the only thing you can make with it is you can make a line and you can make a shape. Okay, you can make a part or a shape. Now because I was on parts, what created was a part, but now if I change it to a shape and I draw, you can see that I've created a shape. You're not going to see it because the color of the shape is white. If we come to the shape and double click on it, you can see that you can actually change the color to whatever you want. Okay, if I create this, you can see that this one is already coming out with the color. Alright, so that is what happens when you use the pen tool. You're going to create a vector. Alright, so this is how to create a custom shapes with the pen tool. Now I was talking about a straight line. So what if you want to make the line horizontally straight? So when you click create the first dot, when you left click, you have to hold your shift. Okay, hold shift and click again, and you can see that a straight line has been created. If you hold shift and click again, you're going to create if you hold shift and you place the dots diagonally, it's going to create a straight line at 45-degree angle. Excuse me. So when you hold shift, it either makes an angle at 90 degrees, which is a straight line, or a diagonal line at 45 degrees. All right. So let me go back. Let me just quickly go back. All right. Now that is how to create a straight line. The same thing happens for vertical lines. Just hold shift and you've created a vertical line. All right. So now how do you create a curved line? All right. So this time around, we're not going to just click. We're going to click and drag. Okay. So click, left click and drag. Now, once you drag, you're going to see these two things that are going to come out. Okay. They are called handles. Okay, they are called handles, and the handles control the direction of the lines. Okay, that might not make sense now, but let's continue. So now, as we've clicked and dragged, we're going to have this. If you come here again and click, you can see that automatically we have a curve. It's no longer a straight line. Okay, now let's go back. Press Ctrl Z to go back. Now, what if instead of just clicking, we click and drag again? You can see that we now have control of how this curve is going to look. And what is giving us control? It is this handle. Okay, I'm still left clicking and just dragging. It is the handles that are giving us control. All right. So the handles, you can do two things with it. You can either rotate it like this. All right. When you rotate it, what happens is that you are affecting the angle of the line. Okay, the angle at which the line is going to be positioned. And you can also increase and reduce the angle like this by dragging in and out. And what you're doing is you're reducing or increasing the intensity of the angle. Okay, so those are the two things you can do with the handles. All right, so you rotate it or you increase it or reduce it. All right, so that's how you draw a curved line. Now if we continue drawing curved line, you see that at the end of the day, you can see the shape we have. All right, at the end of the day, you can see the shape we have. All right, so now there are two major things that you need to know when it comes to your pen tool. There are two major things you need to know when it comes to pen tool. The first one is your control key, and the second one is your alt key. These are the two most important keys on your keyboard when it comes to using the pen tool. All right, so let's start with the control tool. So your control tool does something. What it does is that it converts your pen tool into a direct selection tool. Okay, so this information might be overwhelming, but let me just demonstrate. Okay, so let's bring this back. All right, let's bring this back. All right, so let me select my pen tool now. My pen tool selected, I selected P. Now I'm going to hold my control key. You can see what is happening. Look at what the pen tool looks like. Once I hold control, look at what happens to it. So you convert your pen tool into a direct selection tool. And what do we use the direct selection tool to do? We use it to edit a point or a handle. So remember that when you want to create a curved line, you need a handle. When you click and drag, it's going to create a handle. To edit that handle, what we need is a direct selection tool. So press your control. Now if I come here and click on the line, look at what happens. All the points and angles, the points and handles have all come out. So now with my control key selected, while holding it, I can come here and adjust this. You can see what I'm doing. I can come here, click on this, the handles will come out. I can adjust. That is what your control key does. Once you hold it, you'll be able to edit your points. Okay, so let's assume that you made your shape and you want to edit something. What do? You select your pen tool, hold control and click on the shape. Click on the edge of the shape where the line is. Okay, make sure the shape is selected and click on it. And you can see all the points will come about. Then while holding your control key, click on any point. Alright, and then you can now edit it. Alright. So this might be overwhelming, okay, but you just have to take it step by step. Alright. It takes time to master the pencil. Alright, at the end, we're going to do some practicals or what you can do with the pencil, and it will make sense. All these things I'm saying is going to make sense. Okay, just bear with me. So that's the control key. Now, the second important thing I talked about is the alt key. Okay, the alt key. So now what does the alt key do? The alt key converts the pen tool into a convert point tool. Okay, so if we hold alt, are you seeing what is happening? Alright, so if we hold alt, nothing is happening to the pen tool. But when we shift that pen tool to a point, look at what happens to it. It changes from a pen tool to a convert point tool. Now, what does a convert point tool do? A convert point tool simply changes a point from either a, a corner or to a curve. Okay, so a corner is like a straight line, and a curve is like for a curved line. I don't know if that makes sense, but let's zoom in. Alright, so look at this now. This is a curve, right? So if we hold Alt and click on it, look at what happened to it. It changed to a corner. Okay, we converted that point from a curve to a corner. If we come back and click on it, if we come back, click and drag, you can see now we are creating a curve back. If we click on it again, it turns. So when we hold our Alt, it converts a point, the pen tool, to a convert point tool, and the convert point tool changes a point from a curve to a corner. Alright, so now why is this important? It's important because there are times when we will need to edit a point in a shape that we've made. Alright, and we are going to use the Alt tool to do it. Why? Because the Alt tool, the Alt does three things. When it converts the pen tool to a convert point tool, it does three things. Number one, it introduces handles. So now look at this. This is a point tool. This is a point. If we press Alt and drag, sorry, if we press Alt and drag, are you seeing that it has created handles? So that's the first thing it does. The second thing is it deletes handles. So if we press Alt and click, the handles have gone. Alright. So those are the first two things it does. It creates handles and deletes handles. Now what is the third thing it does? It breaks the handle. So if you hold Alt and click on this, you can see that I am breaking the handle. If you look at the second handle, it's static, it's not moving. Only this one that I am using is moving. So I've broken the handle. Okay, if you use your control key, let's use control. Okay, let's come here. If we use our control key here, right, you'll see that it is, no matter what you do, it is straight. The two handles are straight. Okay, but once you change it to Alt key, you can now control only one of the handles. So that's what the Alt key helps us achieve. Alright, so now I know this might be a mouthful, but now let's actually practicalize. Alright, so I'm going to come here. I've selected some assets and that we're going to use to practice. Alright, I'm going to drop them in the description box so you can walk along with me. So let's just drag this in. Alright, so let's say you have this and you want to cut it out. Let's say you want to remove the background or you just want to cut it out for some reason. Now you can use the pen tool to make a selection. So the first thing you are going to do is you're going to use the pen tool to draw out this heart shape. So press P to select your pen tool. We're going to zoom in a little bit. So now this is the method I use. I come here. You can just click on any point where you feel there should be a point. So I come here and I click once. Okay, once I've clicked there, I come here, click against. Okay, you can see it's straight lines I'm creating. You might be wondering, are we not supposed to create curved lines? Don't worry, we'll come back at the end and then edit it. Okay, so this is the simplest way for me. So after I've click there, I'll come here, click again. Okay, now you can see that it's creating a shape, it's adding that blue. I don't want that blue, I want it to just be a part. So I'm going to go back, I'll reverse, I'll come up here, change it from shape to part. Alright, then I'll come back and I'll just Just be left clicking on any place you feel that there should be a point. Alright. Always have it in mind that the less points, the better. Alright. So now I've clicked around the shape. What am I now going to do next? I'll come to this point here. I'll hold my Alt and I'll drag. Hold Alt and drag. You can now see that a curve is being created. Are you seeing what is happening? Are you seeing what is happening? Alright, I'll come here. If you look, there's kind of a space here. So what will I do? I'll hold my Alt and then I'll click on this and I'll drag it. I'll drag it until I see that it is aligned perfectly. Now I'm feeling that this point in the middle here is not really positioned properly. What am I going to do? I need to edit that point. How do we edit a point? With the control key. So hold control, click on it, and then I can drag it down. See, I can drag it down. Alright, so now I feel that this part is okay. So I'll come down to this next point. What will I do? This is a point and I want to turn it to a curve. Okay, I'll hold my Alt and I'll drag and it has turned it into a curve. Now this up has created a space. What will I do? I'll go here, hold my Alt, drag it inside. Okay, I don't know if it's beginning to make sense to you a little bit. Alright, so you can see how I'm using Control and Alt key to manipulate everything. Okay, those are the two most important keys you'll be playing around with. Alright, so I'm going to come down here. If you look at this point, it's away from the heart. So I'm going to press my Control key, click on it, and then drag it inside. I'll drag it and touch it on top the heart. And I'll press my Alt and drag to create a curve. Then I'll come to this top, drag it inside. Come to this other handle up here, drag it inside. Alright, you can see now from this middle up, we can see the curve we've created on the right hand side. Now we'll continue it for the left hand side. Alright, press your Alt and just drag to create a curve. Come here, press your Alt, drag to create a curve. Come down to this bottom with your Alt, drag. Then come to this one at the top with your Alt selected, drag. Come to the back, drag it in. Alright, so you see that how I created the selection. Now what do I do next? I'll right click and there are a lot of things you can do after making a part with your pen tool. You can create a vector mask, you can delete the parts, you can define a custom shape, you can do a lot. But for today I'm going to create a selection. So click on make selection, make the feather radius 0, click OK, and you can see a selection has been made. Now with this selection, I can remove the background. So I'm going to come down here and click on this mask. And just like that, I have removed the background of this image. Okay, so this is what we can do with the pen tool. Alright, this is what we can do with the pen tool. Now I'm actually going to give you these elements so that you use and practice with. But I'm going to do one more so that it kind of drives home the point. Alright, so I'm not going to do this star because this star is really simple for you guys. So let me do this chest piece. This chest piece looks like the most complicated one here. So once you bring it in, select your pen tool and then you start making points. Start making points in places where you feel there should be points. So alright. Don't think of being perfect in the beginning because you won't be perfect. That's just the truth. But with time, you're going to get better. Even me, I'm still learning. I'm actually still learning, but you're going to get better. So just trust the process, put in the work. Alright, so keep on clicking. And alright, I have everything clicked. I'm now going to zoom in and start editing them one after the other. So I'm going to select my control key, click on this, and bring it out here. Select my control. I'm just going to drag the points to where I want them to be. And you can see I'm leaving them as straight lines because they are supposed to be straight. But when I need a curve, I'm going to make a curve. So for now, I'm just using the control key to position the points properly. Now I want a curve in this middle, so I'll click and automatically a curve is created and I'll drag it up. So I'll come here, hold control, drag it down, hold control, drag it down. You can see here is a curve. So I'll click this middle and the curve is selected and I'll just drag it up and I have a curve. So here is okay. I'll press control and drag this here. Drag this here. Click here to create a curve. Drag it out like this. Alright, come down here, press your Alt and drag. It's going to create a curve. Use your control key to position it properly. Come down here, use control key to position this. Use control key to position this point. Come to the middle, click. It's going to create a curve. Hold control key and drag it in. Alright, then come here, create a curve and drag it out like this. Alright, so I don't know if I'm making sense. I hope I'm making sense. I hope you're actually learning. Look at it is not that hard. All it takes is practice. Like I said, I'm going to show you a website that you can use to practice. Alright, so I'm just going to quickly finish this up. I'm going to hold my Alt, drag to create a curve. Come down here, hold Alt, drag. Okay, I'm actually rushing. Because I've pretty much explained what you need to do. It's the same process over and over and over. Okay. The same process over and over and over. Pretty straightforward. Alright, so with time you're going to see the importance of the pen tool, especially if you're into like photo manipulation or whatever. Just as a designer, if you're a logo designer or whatever, like you cannot talk about how important the pencil is. Like you cannot overemphasize the importance of the pencil. Alright, so I've quickly created a rough sketch. I'm just going to right click, make a selection, click OK. You can see the selection is created and then I'll create a mask. Alright, so look at it. It's not perfect because I rushed, but you get the idea of what is capable with the pencil. Alright, so I'm going to leave you with these other ones. So you're going to practice it on your own. Personally, start with the heart, then go to the star. That's the second most simplest. Then you cannot tackle the other three of them. Alright, so you can also post what you did and maybe tag me on social media. My handles are in the description box, so just tag me, tell me that you learned about the pencil from my video and this is what you did. Alright, I would love to see your work. Now I said I'm going to show you a website where you can use to practice, so let me quickly hop onto the website. Alright guys, so this is the website. I'm going to link it in the description box. The name of the website is bezier.method.ac. So this is a website you can just use to practice. Okay, they have made it in form of a game, so you can just play it every day and you're going to actually sharpen your skills. And the best part is that you don't even need data to play it. Like right now, if you look at here, I'm not even connected to the internet, so you don't need the internet to play it and it works perfectly fine. Alright, so like it's written here, this is a game to help you master the pen tool. Alright, so you just come here and you click, click, click. Alright, so they are going to show you what to do and you just follow it. Alright, so they are telling you to hold the shift icon. Like I told you, to create a straight line, you hold shift. So holding the shift, it creates a straight line 45 degrees angle, and this is 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, and then another 45. Okay, this is a circle. It's a bit more tricky than what we just did, but it's pretty simple. You just click and drag to create curve. So come here, click and drag, come here, click and drag, come here, click and drag. While holding your Alt key, oh, by the way, while holding the Alt key, then you come here. Alright, so now this one is a bit more tricky. You have to hold the Alt key here to break the handles. Alright, so watch the way I'll do it. I'll come here, I'll click, I'll drag. Alright, then I'll hold the Alt and take it up to break it. Then I'll come down here I'll drag, I'll hold the alt again, take it off to break it, then I'll take it up. So there's a lot more. It's countless. I me myself, I've not reached the end of the game. I don't know if it has an end. I'll let you figure that out for yourself. Alright, so I've put you on. Do your best to practice. Okay. Thank you so much. If you watch to this end, you're a real MVP. It means you're serious with your growth, and I appreciate you. I celebrate you. Alright, so thank you so much for watching up until this point. Kindly like this video, drop a comment if you got any value, smash that like button, drop a comment, share this video to that your friend that does not know how to use the pencil. Tell them to come and learn how to use it. Alright, subscribe to this channel and turn on the post notification because I'll be dropping much more amazing videos. Alright, thank you so much. Have a lovely day.